All right, it is showing live. Let's see anybody that's on comment so I know it's working. But otherwise, I'm just going to begin. Thank you for being here. My name is Chrissy Mifsud and I am your Epicure consultant. Today I am bringing out all the summer flavors. Oh, I see. Okay. I see a heart. Great. Awesome. Okay. Hopefully no technical difficulties. You'll see behind me there's another camera going just in case Facebook decides to mess up. And I don't want to lose what I'm doing here because I really want to show you guys the summer flavors. So welcome to this cooking class. I am so glad you decided to spend some time with me today. If you have fun in this cooking class, let me know and I can do one just like it for you, either online, on Facebook in a group, or in person. If you can see yourself doing this, again, get a hold of me. My name is Chrissy Mifsud. It'll show it either if this is on my YouTube channel or on Facebook. You'll see the spelling of my name, chrissymifsud.epicure.com. You just hit send a note. There's a send a note function on there, and it will allow you to email me. So like I said, I am always looking to expand my team, and if you want to do a party of your own and earn some free Epicure, this is the place to do it. Earning free host benefits includes getting a minimum of 4 orders and having $250 in sales. That unlocks the host benefits, which is 10% of class sales and free product and a half price item. So at $250, that is $25 in free product right off the bat and a half price item. And if one of your friends books a party with me, you get an additional half price item. That's all the way up to $500, where it gets up to 15% of class sales. So at $500, it's $75 in free product and an additional half price item. So it's very generous, and you can get a lot of yummy stuff for that much. So without further ado, I'm going to start with Epicure's summer flavors. I have been experimenting with these over the past few weeks, and I'm really excited to show them off to you right now. So what we're going to be making today, what I'm going to be cooking for you today, are teriyaki kebabs with a red pepper jelly teriyaki glaze. And I already have the kebabs skewered up because I did not want to take all night. So here they are. Look how gorgeous they are. I'm proud of them. This is just top sirloin beef. Usually is a big chunk. Just cut it up into cubes, and I've loaded on here mushrooms and onions and peppers and zucchini. So so then what I did, just real quick, I took my teriyaki dry glaze. That's what we're working with today. There's a glare on there. Hopefully you can read that. I don't know. The teriyaki dry glaze has, well, of course, just like everything Epicure is low in sodium and has no junk whatsoever in it. If you compare it to the stuff in the bottles in the store, there's all kinds of hydrogenated oils and artificial ingredients. This is pure and simple. Garlic and sesame seeds and red bell pepper. It's really delicious too. It's one of my favorites, and it's only around during the summertime. I took some of this, the directions, everything Epicure. I'm going to be pointing out probably 18 different awesome things about Epicure during this. One thing I really love is that the directions are on the back. So here you have dry glaze directions and teriyaki sauce directions. So I followed the glaze. I took 2 tablespoons of this, a tablespoon each of soy sauce and oil, and I glazed the kebabs with it. Now I'm going to make it's a more of a well, they call it a dry glaze. Then I'm going to make a sauce out of it that goes on after. Sorry, I get a little. It's hard for me to get started with these videos sometimes. I'll get in the groove of things, I promise. Okay, so those are ready, and I have them on one of our sheet pans right here, and they're aluminum sheet pans, and they cook evenly. And then after my assistant, you'll see him sneak away the kebabs. It's not somebody stealing them. After he takes them off and puts them on the grill, this silicone sheet pan liner is going to go on there, and so then the cooked kebabs will go right on there, so you don't have to wash the sheet pan in between putting them on the grill. So I'm going to set these over behind me so that he can take them and cook them. There you go. All right. And there's the liner right there. Okay, so let's see. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with dessert. We need to get that in the refrigerator. Now, it's summertime. We're grilling outside with the kebabs. You don't want to turn on the oven in the summertime, right? So we are making a no-bake dessert. It is called chocolate mud pie. Here you go. It is a really delicious, really deep chocolate dessert. I love it. It's really good, and it happens to be vegan. What thickens it is something called agar, which is I think it's a seaweed or something like that. It's very chocolatey. It is vegan, and you can make sure you use ingredients that continue to be vegan. Thing number one that's awesome about Epicure is everything's gluten-free. So you don't have to worry if you're gluten-free about reading labels. So what I did was I took some sandwich cookies, and these happen to be a gluten-free type. So I whizzed those in my food processor, and I put the crumbs in these prep cups. I'll explain about those in a second, but I just kind of mashed the crumbs. It was about a half a cup of crumbs, so I kind of mashed them. Because the filling was still in the cookies, it almost acts like butter to keep the crumbs together, and they kind of mash up the sides. So you can see how that worked out. So it climbed up the sides of the prep cup. These prep cups are awesome. I don't even think, I have one right here. They come with these silicone lids that don't break or crack. I don't know if you have Tupperware like me, where the lid is the first thing to go. These don't crack at all. They're awesome. They come in a set of 4, just like these guys here, and they work out really well. These are sitting on, just so you know, a quarter sheet pan and quarter sheet pan liner. It's the baby sister of the sheet pan and liner I just showed you. So what I did ahead of time, because I know you guys don't have all night, is I put light coconut milk and the contents of the packet right in here in our multi-purpose. It's our multi-purpose pot. I love these things. They have a shatterproof lid with your holes in it so that you can boil pasta in this. There's a spout right here. So the spout, I don't know if you can see it very well, the spout allows you to pour things out, and with the lid on, the pasta, the water comes out and the pasta doesn't. So what I did was I brought some light coconut milk and the contents of the packet to a boil. I whisked them in there, and then I took it off the heat when it boiled and put in a half cup of Greek yogurt. The directions say to put in, I think, regular yogurt, just regular plain yogurt. Again, it's vegan. It starts out vegan, so you can use a non-dairy yogurt if you want, like an almond milk yogurt or coconut milk yogurt. So I put that in there, and I whisked it around. I only made a half a pack of this. That's the other thing. That's another thing. Another thing about Epicure that's great is that you can make half a packet of something. I happen to have a dietetic scale, so I measure out. There's grams on here, so I just measure out half in grams because that's more accurate. And just make sure you mix it up, because the agar in here is what makes it firm up, and you want it to be spread throughout the mix. So anyhow, so I only made half a recipe because I only need to fill up 4 of these things. So all that went in there, like I said, is very easy. I'm going to get out. I have a 3-in-1 spatula right here. I'm going to try to get an even amount in each one of these cups. We'll see if I can pull that off. Even if I only get 3 done, that's fine, because there's 3 of us here. I've only made these one other time, and I couldn't remember how much it filled, so just wanted to be prepared. half a recipe should actually fill up 4 of these. I don't know. I think I want to just fill them up nice and good, and I'm just going to do 3. These, okay, so like I said, this is it's a bittersweet chocolate. So it's a really deep chocolate flavor, and actually the mix was really, really dark brown before I put the yogurt in it. And I put in Greek yogurt because I like the extra protein. But the Greek yogurt also has a little bit of a tang to it. But with the cookies and the cream that's in there, now you can also do it with graham cracker crumbs if you want. With that, with the cookie crumbs in there and the bittersweet chocolate, it really does make a really nice flavor combination. So, so I like the combination. So I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator real quick. They're gonna set up. I'm gonna leave this over here. These are gonna set up in the refrigerator, and then we're gonna top them off with some whipping cream. Okay? So I'll be right back so I can put these in the refrigerator so they set. Okay, so that part's done. Okay, so let's get back to our sauce. Oh no, wait, let's do cocktails. How about that? Yay, okay. Like I need a cocktail right now. I think I might. All right, so we have our amazing blue butterfly tea. This is, again, a summer item. It is only available during the summer. So, and it's widely loved, and what I did was I took a half a cup of water and a half a cup of sugar. I brought it to a boil and put 2 tea bags in this pan here. Now I could have used the multi-purpose pot, but it was otherwise employed. So I made what's called a simple syrup out of the tea. Now this tea, it smells citrusy and floral, but the main flavor is like grape Kool-Aid. But it's not a cloying taste. It's a refreshing taste. It's citrus. It has floral notes to it. It's got sweet orange peels and blue pea flowers. That's where it gets the color. Here's the color of the tea that's brewed, like an iced. You can make an iced tea out of it. I'm gonna make a cocktail out of it. There's several cocktails you can make with it. I happen to have some white wine here, so I'm going to make a white wine cocktail with that. Let's see now. What did I do with the glasses? Are over here. All right. Here's one glass here, and I was gonna make my barbecuer Tony. I was gonna make him a cocktail as well. It calls for 4.5 ounces of white wine. So there we go. It's 4.5 there, and 4.5 there. These are both chilled, and the white wine was chilled in the fridge. You should add ice cubes, I'm assuming, if you want. It also calls for a 1/4 cup of lemon lime water. There we go. That's a 1/4 cup. That makes it somewhat bubbly and delicious. There we go. Okay, there we go, and so I got that ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take, we have this cruet, it's for salad dressing usually. It's got, excuse the dogs, they're going to be barking because he's back and forth from the barbecue. It's a zoo. There are 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, all the way up to 1.25 cup measures along the side here. I usually use it for salad dressing. I love them for salad dressing. Here is our silicone funnel right here. And I'm just going to go ahead. It just makes it really easy to make salad dressing and the simple syrup, because now I don't have to worry about messing up and not hitting the jar. Okay, there we go. All right. So there we go. That is all in there. So let's see. That recipe looks like it made almost 3/4 cup of simple syrup, the recipe I gave you. And I'm going to put, let me see now, where did my cocktail recipe go? Got to make sure, let's see. 1/2 teaspoon, it says. I really like the flavor of the simple syrup, of the blue butterfly tea, so I think I'm going to put a whole teaspoon in there. because I think it'll taste good. There we go. And like I said, I think with this, since it's a cocktail now and not a glass of wine, you could probably stand to put some ice cubes in there. All right. Mix it around a little bit. There we go. You can garnish with some, kind of has a purple color to it. I would throw some fruit in there maybe, and let's see. There we go. I'm gonna taste it because I have never tasted it. It's very refreshing. I like it. I think the tea is hanging out at the bottom a little bit because there's sugar in it and it's heavier than the wine. So I would mix that up a little bit. So, and I think I would also put some ice in there. Now we have just brewed blue butterfly tea in here. I'm going to show you why it's magical. The cruet comes with a lid right there, so you can shake it up to do your salad dressing. I'm going to take my Chef Pro knife. Our knives are ceramic, this fashionable black color. They stay sharp for 2 years, and they are really good for things that slide around like tomatoes. They're very sharp, and I love mine. Okay, so this is our 2-in-1 citrus press, great for making cocktails. It's got a lemon side and a lime side. We'll be using both today. This, I'll use the lemon side. Now you squeeze it out, and none of the seeds come out. So that's what makes it kind of unique. So watch the magic as I put lemon juice in the tea. It magically changes color. See how it went from purple to fuchsia? So you can sweeten that up however you like, and it's very refreshing. Like I said, it's like a grape Kool-Aid flavor, but not in an irritating way, in a very delicious way. All right, so next I'm going to make the sauce that's going to go over the kebabs once they come off the barbecue. Let's see, I had a container here. Here we go. I got Pyrex right there. I could use a prep cup, but I think I may have run out with all my prep. Okay, so the teriyaki. Let me bring out the sheet here. Now, on our thing number, I don't know, what number am I on? Thing number 21 that's awesome about Epicure is that you can type in any of our seasonings, any of them, and it will come up with at least a dozen recipes. So you go on my website and type in teriyaki, you're going to get a ton of recipes. I ran off, we had a small PDF that had different recipes for some of the summer stuff. You can make grilled teriyaki cauliflower steaks, grilled teriyaki chicken, teriyaki meatballs, teriyaki tuna sliders, sweet and salty yams. That sounds really good. Cool thing about a lot of all of our seasonings, they're very flexible. I think a good 80% of our seasonings are already vegan. So that means you can choose to do tofu or beans, and you can follow a vegan or vegetarian diet if you like. There's only a very few seasonings like our famous mac and cheese that has cheese products, has animal products in it. But other than that, and a couple other things, our products are vegan. So this is works both as a glaze and as a sauce. Very low sodium. 1 jar glazes 6 pounds of meat. So that's a lot. A jar lasts a pretty long time. I've been using it a lot this summer. This is actually my 2nd jar this summer. So, okay. So here we go. I am going to make the sauce. The recipe is on the back. So we're going to whisk 2 tablespoons each of dry glaze, red pepper jelly, and soy sauce with a tablespoon of oil. So what I have here, let me see if I can grab it. I have a mini whisk. Oh, there it is. One thing I forgot. It's our mini whisk. It's so cute. It's one of my favorite utensils that we sell. I'm going to go ahead and put... Now, I showed this to you when I was making the drinks. This is our 4-in-1 spice spoon. You got a tablespoon, a teaspoon, flip it over, half teaspoon, and a 1/4 teaspoon on the back. So, since I already used this one side and something wet, I will use this. So, a tablespoon of oil. Here we go. And okay, set that aside. Now I have my dry tablespoon. Now, thing number 22 is that our tablespoons fit in all of our jars. So you don't have to worry about trying to get a round tablespoon in a jar and it won't fit. So it fits all of our jars. Let's see, 2 tablespoons dry glaze here. Oh, sometimes it's a little bit tight, but it does fit. All right. There we go. There you go. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of that. And 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. We'll go back to the other spoon. Now I use, I always use tamari. Like I said, all of Epicure's products are gluten-free. So I just remain gluten-free by using tamari, which is made with soybeans and there's no wheat in tamari as there is in soy sauce. So there can be in soy sauce. Anyway, okay. So then the most important ingredient is the red pepper jelly. It was gone for a long time and now it's back and I finally got to taste it. It is delicious. Like everything else, Epicure has no junk in it. So, of course it has sugar because you can't make jelly without sugar, but there's cane sugar, pepper, vinegar, water, fruit pectin, and cayenne pepper, and that's it. So there's nothing crazy in it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of red pepper jelly in here. I don't want to get too much oil in there. Probably should have thought that through. Okay, there we go. Yum, yum, yum. That one is really good. Okay, I'm going to whisk this up. Now, I'm doing this a little bit ahead of time before the grilling is done so that all of the seasonings get wet and release their flavor into the liquid. This is, oh, so good. I wish you could smell this because the teriyaki is one of my favorite seasonings. It does smell really good. Okay. And Mini Whisk is doing a great job. I have larger whisk. You saw me with one earlier, and it's too big for this job. This is perfect. It's also got like several layers. You can see all the different layers in there. I don't normally see the, you know, this is like a $5 whisk, but usually the cheapo ones, they aren't as well constructed in my opinion. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside. Put the whisk there in case I need it again when the meat comes out. Okay, so that's setting that aside. All right, what is next? I have a list. Okay. One thing that I've been making this summer so far is Mexican street corn. I found a recipe, my sister and I found a recipe, and we fiddled with it until we got it the way we liked it. So, what I have here is, uh-oh, the meat's done. All right, cool. Yay!
Where would you like?
Just set that on the counter if it's not too hot. Is it too hot?
It's getting hot already.
Oh, okay. Cutting board. Hold on, you guys. I gotta deal with the situation.
You sit it over to the side on that cutting board.
Oh, okay. I'll put it over here. All right. Thank you. Okay. If you want your cocktail, you can come over here and get it. You might need to mix it up a little bit because the stuff is staying there. Oh, you're really close to the camera.
Cheers.
Here you go, you guys. Look at this. Look. It's lovely. So, those look really good. As you can see, the silicone is down on there. I'm going to set this over on the side of the kitchen where we have a built-in heat-proof piece. Okay. What's next? Okay. Oh, the Mexican street corn. So, what I have in this bowl, I'm going to try to move it along here. I have some chopped cilantro. I just finely chopped some cilantro here. I just pull it off the stem. Cilantro is great for detoxing your body. So if you like it, if you're one of those people that like it, if you don't like cilantro, you could use parsley just as easily, or just skip it altogether. So I've got cilantro there. I have got a half a cup of queso fresco. This is what it looks like in the store. It looks like a hockey puck. Oops. Looks like a hockey puck. It's, sometimes it's called Mexican crumbling cheese, but that's what it is. It's queso fresco. and you just tear a chunk off and literally between your fingers crumble it into the bowl. So, so I have half a cup of that, and I've got, where'd it go? Now I've got a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise and a 1/4 cup of sour cream in here. This is our 3-in-1 spatula. You can see that it has, you probably can see it has a little bit of an indentation right here. It's great for if you're doing muffins or cupcakes or whatever, and you need something to just kind of scoop just a little bit of batter, and it's got a little point on it, and of course it's a spatula, and it's great for getting the last of a jar of mayo or a jam jar, getting the very bottom so you don't waste any, which I hate wasting food, so I love it. So speaking of muffins, these are our muffin makers. I know I'm off topic here, but you get 2 when you buy a set, and they're awesome. You can make gigantic ice cubes with them. Like I said, I could have made the mud pies in here. I could have taken the cookie crumbs, put a layer at the bottom, and then made smaller portions with this thing here. I've done that before. So anyhow, they're very handy. I don't know why I mentioned muffins. Muffins came to my mind. Anyhow, so this 3-in-1 spatula works really well. There we go. To get every little bit out. Okay. Let's see what else. So, then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use the back of this, and there's the 1/4 teaspoon right there. Alright, there's a little line on here. You can't see it, but it tells you where the 1/4 teaspoon is on the back. Now, we've got a lime here, and I've got a microplane. Epicure doesn't have a microplane at this moment, so I have the one that I've just been using. So you just go on ahead. I didn't do this ahead of time because I kind of just wanted to show you how I do this. I had never really used a microplane before. My mom gave this to me, and so it collects it's much better than using a grater, because a grater, that fine side of a grater, first of all, you end up with bloody knuckles half the time, and I don't like that. And then it's hard to get it off. You need to use like a basting brush or something, not a basting brush, but like a barbecue sauce basting brush, and it just never all comes off. It wastes half of it. So, excuse me. So when I found out about a microplane, this is perfect. And it collects at the top, and you know what I do when I make blueberry pancakes? I use a microplane and do a lemon and make lemon blueberry pancakes. They are so good. Then I take the juice from the lemon and I replace some of the water in the pancakes with that. Makes the best lemon blueberry. It's like you're eating dessert for breakfast. So it's really, really terrific when you do it that way. So the microplane comes in really handy for any time you need grated citrus peel. It works really well. Okay, so there we go. Now, we need about, I'm going to say half of the lime. We're going to juice half of the lime, right? I say half, just half at a time. It depends how big your lime is. So here's our 2-in-1 citrus press again. This makes a great gift, you guys. It's about $20, a little under $20, I think. And it makes a really great hostess gift if you're visiting, or, like I said, great to have around for cocktails. So I love it. And you'll see that it comes out, all the juice gets squeezed out, and none of the seeds go in there. So, okay. Now, the consistency that you want this is kind of like applesauce, I've said before in the past. I think that's the most, relatable thing. You don't want it to be too watery, because then it'll just slide off the corn. And you don't want that. Okay, here we go. Now, these are the things that we did this summer to make this Mexican street corn epicurize. So, I have this feisty green sauce mix. It is new for this year, and it has Parmesan cheese and garlic and jalapenos. It got a little bit of kick, just a little bit. and lime powder, and a little bit of matcha green tea, which makes it have like 2 milligrams of caffeine in it. So when a cup of coffee has about 99, just for perspective. It will not keep you awake. Okay, so I put a whole tablespoon of this in the Mexican street corn mixture. It's so, so yummy. Let me get my information sheet on there and see if I'm forgetting anything. You can use it to season spicy meatballs, top grilled mushrooms, drizzle over fried rice. People are using it as salad dressing. People are loving it. Use it on burgers, and that's another thing I haven't done here. But our burger seasonings are terrific. We have a burger seasoning for every meat. You can do pork, chicken, turkey, beef, salmon. We have West Coast burger seasoning. It's awesome. So you have a seasoning for every burger, and you can use this feisty green sauce on top of any of the burgers. I mean, you could just make this Mexican street corn sauce and put it on top of the burger, too. I put it on top of tacos before, and it's really good. Instead of having just the white cheese like they... Oh, so what I'm doing, this is Chipotle aioli mix. Aioli is just fancy mayonnaise. So normally I add this to some mayonnaise, and it's a great little sauce for tacos or taco salad, or anything on the Asian spectrum of things. So for lettuce wraps, with the ginger. I mean, it's good. It's really good on everything. And I'm gonna put, I think we put a half a teaspoon in there, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and add a whole teaspoon. I think I'm gonna do that today. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, because we all like the Chipotle aioli. So I'm gonna mix that up, and then our Mexican street corn topping will be ready. The spatula does a really good job mixing and incorporating everything. So you can see it's like the consistency of applesauce, or really, no, it's not. It doesn't have the same texture as cottage cheese, but it's it'll go on. You'll see how it goes on the corn. So speaking of the corn, I'm going to set that aside. Now for almost the best. I think it might be the best part. Okay. I keep saying that, I know. So, all right. Here is our multi-purpose steamer. It is 100% food grade silicone, FDA approved. Like all of our silicone is. It's all FDA approved. It will not leach any bad chemicals into your food. We are going to use it in the microwave. You can use it in the oven up to 425 degrees. We can put it in the freezer. People make ice cream in it, right? It is dishwasher safe. It is absolutely, what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing sticks to it. I see Suzanne, like, giving me my words. Non-stick. I got it. Okay, it's completely non-stick. You do not need to use any oil or water when you're steaming things in here. It takes the vegetable. What I have in here is the corn. So they tell you can leave the husks on, but I don't like to do that. I like to just get rid of them at the store and then rinse them when I get home. So all the silk is gone. So I have 3 really large ears in here. If you get slightly, if you want to chop them off at the ends, you can, so you can fit 4 across. But I have 3, and they're kind of piled in here. See, they're just kind of stacked in here. I've fit 4, I think, at a time in here, but I only need 3 tonight. So anyhow, the silicone is this multi-purpose steamer is one of our most popular things. There's a tray, but it's in the cupboard, and I can't get to it right now. But there's a silicone tray, and then you can cook bacon in here. You can cook a whole chicken in here. In 20 to 25 minutes, a 3 or 4 pound chicken, and it browns. I cooked sausage in here this morning for breakfast, and it browns. I cooked a whole lasagna in here last night, and the cheese on the top browns. So this is a miracle. It's a huge time saver, and that's why I use it in the microwave all the time. Now, some people are leery of cooking in the microwave, and I understand that. I did some research, and it seems that you're really getting more radiation from your phone than you're getting from your microwave. And honestly, when I talk to people about, you know, how much time they have to eat healthy, I would much rather you cook food in your microwave than head through the drive-thru and eat 1,000 calories of God knows what. So you just kind of have to balance things out. But keep in mind, anything that I'm doing in a steamer or you can do in the oven. I do recommend, because it's very flexible, and if your microwave is at a weird angle or kind of an awkward place, put it on a plate before you put it in the microwave, or put it on a sheet pan before you put it in the oven, because so it doesn't move around and you don't spill hot food on you. The inside gets very hot, but the handles remain cool. I do use oven mitts when I'm at somebody else's house, but mine is so convenient. I can get my hands on there and not burn myself. So I am a trained expert though, so, you know, be careful. The other thing is, don't ever use Pam or other spray. You don't need it. And the propellants in it will eat away at the silicone and it will void your warranty. So just those things. But like I said, you don't need to put any oil. I just put the ears of corn in here and that was it. So I'm going to put these in the microwave for 5 minutes. And then we can, so 5 minutes is all it takes. I'm going to get the finished desserts from in there. Well, let's see. Maybe I can finish the kebabs since they're here, and I can show you how we're going to. No, let's finish dessert. Sorry. We'll wait till the corn is done and then I'll plate the whole thing. I'm going to get the dessert from the refrigerator so you can see how that came out. Okay, I don't know how long I've been on, so I don't know if it's completely set, but it's on its way if it's not. You can get really Martha Stewart and do your own heavy whipping cream. There is a trick. Do half heavy whipping cream. Let me find that. I had a note for these. If you use half a cup of whipping cream and use a hand mixer or your KitchenAid mixer to and whip it up till stiff peaks form, and then add in a half a cup plain Greek yogurt. Then you'll cut the calories in half and the fat. You'll add some protein. It's all good. And like I said, there's a little bit of a tang in Greek yogurt, and with the sweetness that we've, with the cookie crumbs and I put some vanilla Greek yogurt in there. That little bit of sweetness, and then the sweetness of the whipped cream. It'll taste really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this to finish it. And I had some, here they are, Cocoa Crunch. So I didn't give you the whole spiel about our founder and why she founded Epicure. I forgot that part. But long story short, 25 years ago, Sylvie Rochette, who is in Canada, Epicure is a Canadian company. It's been around for 25 years next year. She was really concerned about the health of the food that she was feeding her kids. So she created blends from her garden and sold them at farmers markets. And that's how Epicure was born. So if you go to my website, or if you happen to have a catalog, or if you happen to see be in one of the Facebook groups where you're learning about Epicure, we have something called the Never Ever List. And the Never Ever List shows about 100 ingredients that we don't ever put in our products. So things like MSG, hydrogenated oils, any kind of artificial flavors or colors, you just won't find them. So that's cool thing number 50 about Epicure. Especially when you have kids, they don't need all that stuff. That contributes to, neurological issues and whatnot. You don't need artificial colors. So, and that's the other reason that the Blue Butterfly tea is really good, because it tastes like it's junky, but it's not at all. So, anyhow, so the Cocoa Crunch is our way of putting some good stuff back in the food. So this is a chia, organic cacao nibs, psyllium husk, so there's a little bit of fiber, some good fats, and it's just a topper that gives you a little bit of crunch and a bit chocolatey, just to kind of to satisfy that sweet tooth and for that texture. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle some of that on top of our dessert just to make it pretty. We have a few different toppers. We have sweet ones and savory ones. We have toppers, whole food toppers with nutritional yeast and some seasoning, and that's for, let's see, I have one over here at all times, because I put this on my steamed veggies all the time, the garlic and onion nutritional yeast topper. This has a lot of good stuff in it, and it's really great on eggs, or it says popcorn on here. I never tried it on popcorn, but I put it on my steamed veggies all the time, along with some olive oil. So there's the dessert. We have other flavors of whole food toppers. One is our very popular summer berry, and you can mix that into Greek yogurt and make a nice strawberry raspberry flavored yogurt, which has way less sugar than what you find at the store. There's this one, the Cocoa Crunch, and then there's one called Tutti Frutti, and it's got apples and dehydrated berries, and I think it also has a little bit of coconut. Just so you know, Epicure is peanut free. We have to say that in the United States because the United States considers coconuts a nut, so we can't say nut free, but just know that all the products are nut free except for coconut. Just so you know that, so anybody who has allergies to that. So there you go. There's a really pretty dessert. So that's ready, and the corn is done. There we go. So, and that'll be perfect. It'll be juicy and perfect. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to show you how it comes out in the steamer. It's awesome. Saves me so much time, and boiling them is such a pain. So there we go. Look at how gorgeous. See the magic steam. I think you can see that. So what I do is I just take I think you can see them from there. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. Okay, so I just take the Mexican street corn cheese, and I put it on there with I just use a small spatula, and there we go. Now I'm going to turn them. I have some grabbers here. So I'm going to just turn them with my grabbers. Hope I didn't miss any. I don't think I missed any ingredients. I prepped everything before you all showed up. Okay, so there we go. That's yummy. I'm gonna put these aside here. Whoops. I got some really big ears of corn, and I didn't think that through. So, because they're hard to move around. If they're a little bit shorter, they're a lot easier to move around. But all in all, the steamer makes everything 100% easier. So there we go. You probably saw the dog walk in. I think he knows I'm plating. He always knows that I'm plating. I'm not kidding. I'll be cooking along, and then when I'm about to put it on the plate, he shows up. Right, Bullet? He's walking around to see if I happen to maybe have dropped something while I was cooking. He's no dummy. He knows his mom cooks good food. All right, so there we go. All right, so I covered those. That recipe, I'll post it, or you can, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can always email me for the recipe. All right, let me get I'm running out of room because I always get over ambitious. I want to show you everything. So then I run out of room, even though if you were doing this in your kitchen, I mean, you can see how easy it would be to do in your kitchen, right? It's not hard at all to put this stuff together. And, all right, so I'm going to put this aside here. I'm going to grab one skewer and do a plate for us, okay? Hold on. All right, here is one gorgeous skewer. Look. Ooh, all right. That's a gorgeous skewer. Just going to go ahead and slide all of it off. There we go. And I love these summer meals because look, we didn't turn on the oven once. We have dessert and a gorgeous dinner with two sides. There's roasted veggies in there and corn. Now I'm going to. Oh, I guess I should have put some of this on the skewer so it's easier. But I can just as easily get some of this sauce and just drizzle it over the top on the plate. Actually, it's probably better that way because then it ends up all on the plate instead of on the pan. So Okay, I did something cool and I didn't even know. All right, so there's that. Then we have our street corn right here. Look at how delicious. Oh, so good. We have something called red garlic. It's another topper blend, and if you wanted to, you could sprinkle some of this on top of that too. It is really yummy. It's just another layer of flavor. It's garlic and what is in here? I think there's nutritional yeast in there. Garlic, and it's got apple cider vinegar powder, so it's a little bit tangy. So it's really good. It's new to the United States this summer, and it's just really delicious. So there you have it, folks. You can get all this stuff in the summer months for sure. Some of the stuff is all year round, but things like the teriyaki and the blue butterfly tea are only right now. And I'm not sure about the feisty green sauce because it's new this summer and I don't know what plans they have for it. So you might want to get some now to make sure you can. It's delicious and it's a fast favorite. So we've got cocktails, we've got beautiful kebabs, we've got a yummy, yummy dessert. So thank you for hanging in there and watching all this. It's a little long probably, but you've got me yapping about Epicure in between stuff. Normally 20 minutes or less. You can see how quick the corn was and all the sauces and everything. It'll take minutes to put this on your table during the summer. Keep the house cool without turning the oven on. So thank you so much. This is Chrissy Mifsud. Check me out, chrissymifsud.epicure.com. And like I said, the spelling of my last name is either on my Facebook profile where you're seeing this or in the group somebody invited you to. So you can find me very easily online. Thanks again so much and have a great evening.